Chief Operating Officer here at Mychal's Learning Place. Welcome to our cafe. So you probably saw a little bit, did you guys get much of an introduction at the Hawthorne building? No. Okay. So what we do is our program supports young adults who have developmental disabilities, who want employment, who want to live independently, and what are the skills that they need to learn to do both of those things. So our program at the Hawthorne building really focuses on the independent living skills, so going to the grocery store, making meals, budgeting finances, things like that. And at our social enterprises, we really teach those job skills, so job training. And here at the cafe, it's about customer service, so taking orders. It's about cleaning. It's about working in the back, learning how to make the food. So our participants, they are doing every part of the job. And we have support staff here to help them learn all of those skills because we find that doing it just in a building is one thing, right? But when you actually get to a business environment, it's different. And so supporting them to develop those skills. So that's what we do here at the cafe. We do breakfast, lunch, coffee service, and catering too. So what else? Everything you see here, all of the print materials you'll actually see they make at our print shop. So that's just another business that we have started where our students are doing the same thing. They're printing on the shirts, they're running embroidery machines, they're tagging, they're folding, they're learning how to ship garments, so merchandising, things like that, shipping and receiving. All of that, and everything is done. Our students touch every part of everything that we do. This is Ed.
And you'll be down there later, so you'll get to see that as well. So, I'm the founder of Mychal's. I love having your group out every year. I think it's wonderful. I think you're all in the field of giving back and making a difference, which we all need to do. Imagine if everybody did this in the world, how great things would be. Backstory, I don't know if you know how this started. Do you know the story of Mychal's? So Mychal was my daughter. She passed away when she was 7.5. She'll be 36 if you're here today. And that's my motivating factor to get up every morning and do more. It's an underserved population that is dismissed, and 85% unemployment rate. So we're trying to address that in the little incremental ways that we can as a smaller organization. If you I'm sure Paige will give you a walkthrough, but we also bring a culinary class out here twice a week. We bring a bakery program out here twice a week, and you'll get to see the bakery up in Hawthorne as well. It's about providing as many opportunities as possible. The ultimate goal is that one day staff are sitting at the chairs and the students are doing everything. That to me would be the ultimate goal. Capable and able, just need to be given an opportunity and the supports. And with the supports, all these things can be accomplished. And some of them don't even really need much support. They are ready to move on in the world and live independently and also employ gainfully. So that's kind of my story behind everything. I'm about growth, I'm about expansion, I'm about creating more opportunities. For the last 15 years that I'll probably be working here. Maybe 10, maybe 5, who knows? But I appreciate you guys coming out. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer those. You good?
Okay. Should I give you guys want a tour? Experience the front of house, right? The experience. Hi, Joe. How you doing? Good. Joe's been working here for a few months now. He's done really well at the register, so it's just trying to identify the names of the items. He's good at prompting customers to ask what side they want, if it's for here or to go, kind of learning that whole process. He's picked it up really quickly and has done really well with it. All of our coffee is made here, and I think it's just a great skill for students to learn that communication at the front. So some of you saw this already. All of this is made at our print shop. The print shop does more than just this, though. They do customers. They do orders for customers like Chevron or Northrop Grumman, kind of large businesses. We started this as a fun way to kind of express some of the things that we really believe in, and we started it as a fashion show at our fundraiser 3 years ago. And each year we kind of add new things, change them up a little bit. So we have kids stuff, we have towels, we have jackets, shirts, all of that. But it's all just supposed to be inspiring messages that kind of embody who we are, who our students are, and they're the ones, again, making all of it, which is really cool because they're, learning how to use fine motor skills to tag the items, fold the items, put them in bags, how to do inventory, because you'll see, like, we have inventory in all of these little cabinets, so our students are learning how to hang it on the hanger, how to put it away. All of those things are skills we break down step by step so that our students can learn how to do all those things just like everybody else, right? I think you guys probably get it. I think every time we do this, Danny always says, it's just the same as OT. You just break it down into small steps, and with all of our students, then they learn how to do each of those little steps and continue on from there, right? So come back into the back of the kitchen. We're doing a couple of large catering orders, so just be careful. Hey, Dino. How you doing?
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you? Come on back here.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys want to go into the kitchen?
We'll take a peek in from the other side.
All right. Hello. I don't buy. That's okay.
So this is Dino. Dino, do you want to say hi to everybody? Dino's one of our first employees here that we opened up Mychal's Cafe with. He's been a rock star. He even starts to train some of our other students that are coming in. He's been working with a few of them too. So thanks, Dino.
You're welcome.
This is our extra kind of like training kitchen. So like Ed mentioned, twice a week we use this area for our culinary instruction. So that's where our students who aren't quite ready to train here yet, they will come here with our culinary instructor, work on knife skills, chopping, food prep, kitchen safety, where everything needs to go, all of that they'll kind of work on here on site, so they get a little bit more, they get closer to feeling what it's like in a commercial kitchen without actually being in the heat of the actual kitchen. So yeah, so they're working on, they've got a catering order, so what's happening here. We'll keep going this way, see the kitchen, our main kitchen. So this is our main kitchen. We'll kind of like peek in from the backside, but you can see students have a spot at all different areas. Somebody's at the sandwiches and salad, somebody's manning the grill, somebody's manning the prep station, somebody's at the dishwashing station. So everything's set up like a regular commercial kitchen, right? There are some adaptive tools we use or just protective tools that we use. So we use a mandolin, so we make sure we have like a cover for the mandolin so nobody's gonna hurt themselves, right? We have some students use cutting gloves so that they can't cut themselves when they're chopping. But it's really set up to work just like any other commercial kitchen, and it's possible if you just give them the right supports, right? That's kind of what we've been. When we first opened, it was just this side. This was a different, it was a box and shipping store. And then we quickly realized we needed more space for all of this that you see. So after about 4 months, we ended up adding in this space, renovating it, adding in another walk-in kitchen or walk-in refrigerator, freezers, more storage area for all of our merch and all that stuff too. So it's hard to remember back to what it was like when we just had this part. It was so small. But yeah, that's kind of it. And then throughout this building is obviously a lot of artwork. All of the artwork is done by our participants. That's part of we have an after-school program, so students who are a little bit younger, it's about social and recreational and creativity and expressing themselves in another way that might not be verbal. So all of the artwork is done by our students, either as a group project or individually. I think last year, we had another SOT group come and they actually participated in this art project over here that was the Make Some Waves, and they did it with our students. So that was kind of cool for everybody to be a part of that. Yeah, but you'll see kind of everybody's a part of everything. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah.
What strategies do you use for your employees if they have problem with memory or sequencing steps of any activity? Do you have any specific strategies for that?
Right now, so Annalisa is our main student trainer here at the cafe. Annalisa, hi. She has like a set of note cards that we use for our students. So throughout the day, they have an opening set of note cards, closing set, and then throughout the day. Of note cards, and it goes through the different stations of the house and what needs to be done throughout the day. So you can kind of take a peek, and then everybody can check it off and say, "Oh, I did this, I did this, I did this." If somebody forgets something, they're there. I think the other way to probably make it better is to add in pictures. So if anybody has trouble reading, that's the next step. Is then kind of looking at how do we visually represent some of those things. Because that's a concern for a lot of our students is remembering. And there's a lot of prompting. Yeah, sequence and but then just prompting in general, right? They'll be done with one thing and then they'll just stand here, right? Okay. So it's reminding them, okay, let's look the checklist. What's next? What else can we do? And then, as you get less and less reliant upon this, then you can start to kind of take it away and say, okay, what else? What do we do next? Right? And just continuing on through that process.
There's like whiteboards in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you use writing the same?
Those are mainly to tell, to list who is on what station in the kitchen, so who has control of what. So Dino, who you met back there, he was actually in charge of the kitchen last week for one of the days. So he was the person in charge. So he got a chance to kind of tell everybody, hey, here's, when the orders came in, here's a new order, here's what we need. Kaylin, it's a salad, this is on you, or whatever. So he got a chance of having a little bit more of that like managerial style. But it's mostly about that and to let the kitchen staff know if there's anything we're out of or anything like that.
You say students, are they staff as well? Are they students?
Yes. So they're both. So we would love to be able to hire everybody. But if you hire everybody, then there's no room for training. So Dino, who you met, he's an employee. He's no longer a student. Joe is a student trainee. So he's training. In the back, we also have Kaylin. She's an employee. So we have a core group of employees, and then we have students who rotate and train here. Ideally, the goal is that they train and they work on their skills so that they can then get employment elsewhere, right, at another restaurant. And we're trying to work on partnering with more businesses to just get them to open their doors to more of our students. So, and hopefully, the businesses come here and see how amazing we're doing, the delicious food, and then say, hey, sure, I'll hire that person, I'll hire that person. So, yeah.
If you need students to learn, it's just the supervisors for you.
Yeah.
You the one who just train and give the activity or also the employee.
It's a mix. So Annalisa, right here in the red shirt, her job is just to train the students. So she is just giving the instructions, following up, making sure they're doing it properly. Paloma and Doug, who were behind the kitchen, they'll do both of that. They'll kind of help step in if it gets busy. They'll help make sure things are going. But at other times, they'll also make sure they're training the students to do the same things too. The students who are in the back, who are employees, so like Kaylin and Dino, they don't need, they're pretty good on their own. They don't need a whole lot of support. Maybe just somebody, typically the kitchen leader in the back will just check to make sure the dish looks appropriate before it goes out. But yeah, so there's kind of a mix. There's a mix of neurotypical staff and neurodiverse staff, so everybody works together. Does that kind of answer it?
Yeah.
It's a mixture, kind of like any regular business would operate, right? Hopefully. Any other questions? Some of our students have been with us for a very long time. So typically, like our students ideally will train here for at least 6 months so they can start to get used to certain things, and then they might rotate to in the kitchen. We try to make it so that our students are doing what they want to do too. We have some students who don't want to get messy with their hands, who don't want to, who don't like the noise of the kitchen, and it just might not be a good fit. And so they might end up trying to find work in our print shop or somewhere else. So I guess to answer your question, typically it's about at least 6 months. Maybe it's longer. They might then work on our catering and kind of do pop-ups at businesses with us. But most of our students in total have been here for quite a few years. And until we can try to get more businesses to hire, they stay with us for a little bit longer as we try to just build up their skills.
So do they pay during
When they're getting paid when they are employees. They're getting paid as employees. As training, they're not getting paid unless they step up to the level of becoming an employee. So when they don't need that supervision or that support, then we offer them typically employment if we have a spot available, and then they would get paid. But as long as they're still enrolled in the program and they're still needing support to accomplish the tasks, they're not getting paid.
do they get any financial support?
When they're training or when they're working? When they're training. No financial support when they're training. They do get it when they are employed. Does that make the difference? Yeah.
Do they have any specific diagnosis?
The majority of our participants have Down syndrome or autism, and then a combination of all of the other things that might come with it. Yeah.
Social skills.
Yeah.
How do you work with intervention social skills?
It's consistency, and it's funny because Ed would just say it's not rocket science, right? It's just working on communicating with our students and continuing to maybe role play. But I think a lot of it as staff, we talk to our students on a regular basis. Say hello. If they don't say hello, then prompt them to respond back. How are you doing? Sometimes our students will go off and start talking about something else, and we'll say, we'll just redirect, say, that's not appropriate for right now. Let's focus on, talking about what's happening at work, or we'll discuss this later.
Clients. You train them to communicate with clients. Anyone just would like to walk in.
Yeah. So that's part of their training here too. Is so when you bring out the food, our students are trained to ask them if they need anything else. Do you need any salt and pepper or condiments? They're trained to tell them, I'll bring you your silverware or utensils. But also the conversation up at the front desk, I think, is a big piece of the communication. And it's the nonverbal communication too. It's when somebody walks up smiling, saying welcome, that whole interaction, saying thank you at the end of it, repeating their order back. Those are all prompts that they're getting throughout the process. Yeah.
On what basis do you choose employees?
What basis do we choose employees? Once we feel that they get to a level where they are working, once we feel like they're getting to a level where they're working independently, and there's space available, then we could offer them employment. But it really depends on their skill level. So once their skill level develops to a certain
Do
point.
you have any specific assessment to assess their levels, skill level?
Sorry, what?
Do you have any specific assessment to assess their level?
Yes. So every day we're tracking their work, depending on kind of where it is. That's what Annalisa is also doing. So she works with the different students, and every day we're tracking, they worked on this, and this. We have a scale of how well they're able to do it. Is it they need full support, or they can do it independently? And it's a scale in between, right? Maybe they need limited support, so they might be kind of at the midway point. So we're evaluating that and tracking that on a daily basis, and then looking, 6 months later, what skills has this student developed? How are they on their progress to being able to do it independently? That's how we can help.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
What's the biggest challenges you face here, like when you first opened the place?
The biggest challenge was wondering if people were going to come, right? We're a little bit nervous, but it's a great neighborhood. There's a lot of schools nearby, so there's a lot of families that come. It's very busy on the weekends. This is pretty busy for Tuesday. It's pretty consistent. We've been open for just over a year now, so this is pretty nice that it's built a bit of a following. I think when it comes to our biggest challenge overall is trying to find other businesses to hire our students. So we have put one staff member at Mychal's is dedicated to connecting with other businesses and trying to create job opportunities, trying to get other businesses to hire our students. And that's what her full-time job is now. So it's finding businesses who are willing to train our students, or just let them kind of train with them, or potentially hire our students. So that's the hardest thing.
Is there like a mix of just like you know, like hire people?
Not here. Not here. There's another place called Biddy and Bo's that's in different places across the U.S. and it's similar. It's a coffee shop. It's a coffee shop and they hire a lot of students with Down syndrome, but not necessarily like this. It's pretty a unique concept. But Ed, who you met, he's willing to share the ideas with anybody. So he would love it if other places would open up just like this. And he wants to continue to expand and build more of these so that we can train more, hire more students, and show people amazing it is. Because people come in here, this has been great for awareness of people just finding out and seeing what individuals with developmental disabilities can do, right? And so we've had so many people coming in here just so excited about what's happening and wanting to do more. And so that's the goal, is to be able to open more of these and train more. Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Who is she?
That's Elsie. I don't think she's here today. I think she works Wednesdays and Thursdays. But on each of these, you'll see different employees that are here working at the cafe. Just a way for everybody, again, to start to get to know our employees as not just their label. So it's not like, oh, you have a disability, you have Down syndrome, that's how I know you. Well, that's the girl with Down syndrome, right? We don't want that. Right. That's why we have the shirts that say no labels. Because we don't want people to be known as that, right? That she's a person just like you and me and has a great personality and skills, and she has things that she works on really well too. So that's where you get to know Elsie. This is the one with Dominic. He met in the back. His name's Dino, so it's more about him. And there's different ones on some of the other tables. You can get to know who all of our participants are. Right now, Annalisa is training Bridget. She's newer to the program, so she's earlier on in her training. So she's requiring a lot more support, just kind of showing her what to do and giving her the skills that she needs. The supports are strong at the beginning, and then I do kind of taper off after a while.
Can I help you?
I have a say.
How long? How long?
Can you vanilla?
Yeah. Banana?
Yeah.
What kind of milk? Oats? Anything else? We good to go? Name?
I can help the next guest.
Again, Jody.
What's on?
Jeremy Call.
Can I help the next guest?
Welcome to the print shop, guys. I'm Jose.
I'm JW. Hey, everybody.
Kelly.
Daniel. I'm James. And then we have some of our other students over here waiting for you guys. So pretty much the rundown for today, you guys will be making a shirt with our students and staff. We have the shirts right behind you guys, so go ahead and pick your sizes. They are unisex sizes, so go ahead and just choose your size and we can go ahead and get started. pretty much what we do here. We job train our students how to make shirts, how to print shirts, how to embroider shirts, how to make stickers, and it's all vocational skills. So how to load up a shirt onto the heat press, how to use the computers, how to use the printers, and so forth. J-Dub, any words?
Yeah, that's it. Just guiding them on the daily. They're the ones here maintaining the shop, doing the maintenance on the machines, printing the orders, making sure the quality's there. There's just staff like me, Jose, Daniel. We're just here to support them, guide them through the process, just like over at the cafe. So here, you'll basically just see what a day looks like on the print side of things. So real quick, we'll just go through. I'll let you get your shirts, and then you guys will see the print shop as you go on. Feel free to just ask any questions. So yeah.
Yep.
Where do
So,
you sell it?
say that again?
Where do you sell the t-shirts?
So we get clients from all over the place. We either get them from walk-in or partnerships, or just clients that know Mychal's learning place, and they'll reach out for t-shirts. They'll reach out for any type of swag for their company, if it's either a corporate, if it's a brand, or if it's just a company that wants to get shirts and polos and hats done. That's really where we get our clients from. Yeah, so we went ahead and printed the films for you guys. So this is direct to film. This is one of the services that we offer here at the print shop, and it's pretty much loading up an image onto the printer, sending it to the printer, and then printing it onto this film. It's almost like a regular printer that we use every day. With one click of a button, you get to print this, and it's really cool. A lot of the jobs that we do direct to film. We also have these other printers that are direct to garment, and it works the same way, but instead of loading up a piece of media or a film, we load up a shirt and it prints directly. Some of our previous groups from the years behind, they did ETG. This time we wanted to go ahead and switch it up and show you guys how to print using one of these films. So once you guys pick out the size, we printed 3 different sizes, one 12-inch, one 7.5 inches, and then one 4 inches. Choose one, and then you guys are gonna walk over to Daniel or James, and then you guys can go ahead and learn how to press a shirt. So feel free. Once you guys do that, once you guys press the shirt, you're gonna throw it in the dryer, and then we have our 2 other guys over here. We have Victor. Hey, JR. There you go. We got Josh. So Victor's gonna show you how to fold shirts, and then Josh. There you go. You guys are at the man. So Josh is gonna show you guys how to tag. We have these really cool tags that we put on the shirts, and pretty much it tells you who we are, what we do. You flip it over, it has a QR code, you scan it, and it takes you directly to our website. So you guys ever want to order a shirt, place an order, scan it, and there, it'll take you. So you guys will be doing that with Josh. Right here. There you go. And then if you guys have any questions, you have me, JW, Kelly, Daniel, and we're here to help you guys out. But we can go ahead and get started now, so let's get it going.
The print on the front or the back?
Yeah.
It's just like how you put your shirt on. You want to make sure that it's nice and centered.
Yeah.
Ruler. And we'll take the film.
Can we record this?
Yes, of course.
On top of that?
Yes.
Does that look okay?
Let's go.
And then just down?
And press down.
Am I holding or is it like a...
And then from here, I'm actually going to have you. So there's a few ways to do it. You can either put this right on top, or another easy way is to lay it on and then just fold it right on over. So whichever works best for you. And then from here, you're going to grab this and press it down really hard. Yes, and then we'll wait for the timer to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Final chrono. 2, 1, go.
And then you'll lift it up.
Okay.
Take this off since it's hot. And then from here, you're going to grab this side
This side. Okay.
and rip it off really
1,
fast.
2, 3. Yes.
Just like that. And then we're going to press it down one more time.
Okay.
And this time we're just going to do it for 5 seconds. Once it gets to 20, lift it up, and then you'll take the shirt off. And then we'll come over here. And then from here, place it on just like that. Yep, and it'll meet you on the other side.
Well done.
Well done, man.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So what did we just get finished doing, Victor? You're gonna explain it, kind of talk through it as we're doing each step, all right?
Yeah. I fold it. That's what I have to content.
And then what's our next step? What we usually do?
Tags.
There you go. Good job, Victor. That's right. And then we'll do what? There you go. Go ahead and open the bag up for me now. All the way to the bottom should come out. Open up the whole bag. All the way. Not open it. All the way. Yes. And then what's next, Josh? What are we gonna do?
Pour in the sticker.
All right. So go ahead. You can choose out whichever sticker you like.
One of these.
All right. Cool. And then Josh, just go ahead and put the shirt in the bag.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. And then on top.
There you go. And this is kind of what our process looks like when we have a client come through the door and they start off on the printing side. It kind of touches everybody's hands as far as teamwork goes to get the job done. We have our shelf behind you. That's kind of our completed items, kind of ready for pickup. We do have like the other shelf over there is where our blanks are and the items that are in queue. So they kind of just transition down to here, so where the client comes and picks it up. Yeah. There you go. Good job, Josh. Good job. Good job, man. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I do the fundraising and event planning for Mychal. But welcome, this is our main building, so our two programs operate out of here. We have our after school program for ages 13 to 20 and then our adult program for ages 20 to 30. And our after school program is from 2 to 6 p.m. and then our adult program is from 8 to 2. So you'll be with the adult program today, and that's a bit more rigorous. We're really working on their vocational skills, independent living skills, and preparing them to be out on their own and hopefully find employment. Unfortunately, we can't employ everyone through our social enterprises. We do have a lot of our students that have moved on to be employed with us, but we look for job partnerships out in the community. So we've partnered with places like Grocery Outlet, Connecta, Chevron, different places that are willing to work with us, and we send a staff person with our students, and then they learn, and then we try to see if it's a good fit or not, and then find their passions in other places if it's not. But that's kind of a summary of everything that we have going on, and then I'll take you around the building to show you everything, and you'll be working with our students after that. We like to try to build all of our students' art and make it colorful in here. They're so talented. I don't know if you know the backstory about Mychal's, but it was, oh, okay. Yeah, this is Mychal, who had started the organization in honor of. It's his daughter. Yeah. She would be 36 today if she was still with us, and she inspires everyone here. A lot of the students think of Mychal's as a second home, and they've known Ed for a really long time, and feel inspired by his daughter as well. So he took all of these photos of her, so it's really cute and a nice reminder for her. But yeah, very emotional. He didn't feel comfortable leaving her at any programs that existed when she was with us, so he wanted to create something and provide that for other families and students. We have a few multi-purpose rooms. This is one of them. They're able to do small group breakouts here and learn different skills in a smaller setting. Our adult program also gets picked up from here. And when they go off to job sites, they meet here and then take their transportation. In here is our art room. Go ahead, if you want to. You can peek in.
So sorry.
about working on different projects with her. And then we do an art show every February as a smaller fundraiser. We invite people out in the community with developmental disabilities to participate along with our students in our program, so they're able to sell their artwork and put it up for the community to view. And it's been very special to see the community come out and support them. Really awesome.
May I ask what is the so-called the painting?
I don't know what they're gonna do with those. I think Ed wanted them to do something with a peace sign and heart, maybe for the cafe. But I don't know. All of the artwork you saw in the cafe is also done by our students. And then we use their projects for different things, like we're selling greeting cards in our little merch store. If you saw that, those are all pictures of their artwork. So we like to use different things that they create. We digitize some of their drawings to use on like t-shirts and different things that we have, that we sell and promote throughout the year. A local hotel, so some of our students were over there in the laundry room. We converted this room to be kind of like a hotel room with a keypad there and a towel rack inside, so that they could practice some of those skills on site here before heading out to the job site, and just so that they're more prepared.
But it's the quiet room, right?
It's also a quiet room, yeah. A little break room, multifunctional. We recently hired a vocal coach to come in, so she's been working with our after-school students in here. And some of our students like to come in here during free time to just kind of, express themselves. We have a student who loves to bang on the drums. One of our participants can listen to a song and then play it on the piano. He's very talented. So this is our commercial kitchen and bakery. I can talk a little bit more about it in the next room. Are there any questions so far? I know you're the last group, so you probably know a lot about more information. Started as like a pop-up catering mobile service, so we have a lot of equipment in here to do community events and pop-up. We can make mobile espresso drinks, like lattes for work events or anything like that. We also sell our baked goods out in the community at different events as well. But now we have a lot more online catering orders that come through, so our bakery is always working on those, as well as prepping baked goods to be sent over to the cafe fresh every day, so they do that. We've participated in different farmers markets and having like a regular booth at those. Anything really that allows our students to get out in the community and raise awareness for what we're doing here, but also that they're capable and able of like holding a job and doing all of these things that everyone else can do. So that's our main goal. Our chocolate chip cookies are the best. I don't know if you tried them at the cafe, but you'll I think be working and making them today. He's super creative. His name's Emmanuel, and he does all of the cookie decorating. I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, but we have some really cute videos of him doing that on there. Both programs go to the grocery store as outing. The after school is more like a social outing for them. Or I think they go maybe once every other week or once a week. But the adult program, they have like $20 for the week, a budget, and they go meal plan and grab their groceries for the week. They put it in the refrigerator and the cabinet. It's practicing all of those skills of checking expiration dates and what items go in the cabinet versus the fridge, all of those things that will help them be successful for when they live alone by themselves. And then once a week they cook all together. So you'll be doing that today, I think, with them. It's usually on Wednesdays, and they'll practice a recipe, and then they're learning about different food groups and healthy choices and all of that as well. They also go off-site to laundromats sometimes and different community outings. If you want to put your stuff on the back, and then they'll probably divide you in.
Hi, Julianne.
Hi.
For the group that's going to stay with us now, it's kind of a tricky time for us because we kind of started cleaning already. We did most of the cooking already. So you guys can just be around, and if you guys have any questions, I can answer all the questions, anything program related. Okay? Is there anyone like specifically interested in seeing the bakery stuff? Okay. 1, 2. So anyone who's really interested, I can show you where down.
Someone told me to go.
Release. Okay. That's it. Yep, that's it.
I saw one of your stickers that you drew of yourself. That's very cool.
Yes. Where's my timer? Yes, 10 minutes.
Did you bring lunch today?
I already took my own food right.
Oh my god.
Put on benches for
Just the kale. There. Thank you.
Since I didn't put her veggies to the side, she's only gonna get 3 cookies.
Throughout the week, we do different activities. Most of the time, we do cooking class like on Wednesdays. So that's something that they also like struggle with a lot. Schedule changes. So because the schedule changed, like we had to let them know, like in that bad. We'll do it today. So normally we do cooking class midweek. Tuesdays and Thursdays are more rotation days. So think of it like a classroom base. They'll go to 3 different sections, and it'll be like 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and they go over any independent living skills that we can go over, like community safety, time management. We even go over like our fire and earthquake drills, like anything related to helping them out to live independently. And then we also do the job training aspect in there. So any resume building, anything like mock interviews. And you guys went to the cafe, right? You guys do the silverware roll up, so they'll do that here and practice here. So when they do go to the cafe and job train there, they kind of a little bit already know how to do things and be familiar with it. So it's not just something overwhelming and new to them. And so we go over like even the customer service and like how to do that. So a lot of it, anything job training individuals, independent skills that we can provide for them.
What was in groups?
And it'll be in groups, yeah. So it'll be like a group of like 4 or 5 of them. And then they'll rotate into each rotation for the day. And then on Mondays is the day that is our busiest. We go to Trader Joe's with them. Yeah. So they meal prep for the week here because they have lunch here every day. And so they'll meal prep for 4 days, and the cooking class is kind of to give them like other like ideas of what they can make, and then pretty much they'll make their own post-it, put all the ingredients they need. We all take the bus to Trader Joe's, they grab their items, and then they come back here and then they make the recipes for the day. And so staff's responsibility is just to support them in all they need throughout the day. We run as a 3-to-1 ratio, so every 3 participants is 1 staff who's like kind of focused and overlooking their setting for the day. And then Fridays are our community outing days. Those are the days where we just go out into the community. It could be like a museum, the park, the beach, anywhere they...
Natural History Museum?
Natural History Museum, for sure. So anything related to them just going out, because we always like to show them to like the social aspect of being, an adult and like, having friends and going out with them.
Participants have to pay to engage in the program?
No, so most of the time we're picking things that we don't have to per se pay, and most of the time it could be something like if they want to buy like a gift at the Natural Museum, then they can buy their stuff.
To come here and receive.
To come here, we work with the regional center. They are the ones that give us that support. So as long as they have disability, we'll be sent like a referral packet, and that's kind of how we get our funding.
Do you take any extra safety precautions while cooking or making meals?
Most of the time it's just depending on the levels of skills they have. Like for example, we had an incident earlier that they were using like a new thing to cut hell and people started bleeding. So if that happens, like we will make sure to have like the cutting, like we have cutting gloves for the team. So it's even in those incidents of like just always making sure that we're tweaking anything that we see that's going on. That hasn't happened like in the last year or 2 years here. So it's like it was like it happens. It's life. Like it happened and they started leaving, and that's maybe that individual's not ready for that specific cutting skill. I think that's kind of weird.
The oven.
The oven, yes, we go over all the safety things. Like for example, the bakery manager let us know, like we try to use shoe high. We always make sure that they have the gloves necessary when they open the oven open. When they're grabbing the stuff, we remind them not to wear like the other gloves that are not specified. Everything is more just like we kind of go over them like reminders with them, because some of them have been here for years and they'll still need the same like